Hey gang, Carl White here. I'm going to show you something that will likely shock you. I'm just going to be honest, it pretty much shocked me too. So I'm going to give you something today, and I'm going to give you a program that's going to teach you how to get loans from your past database. Now, one mistake a lot of people make is they think, well, Carl, wait a minute, refi days are over, I don't need to be marketing my past database. All right, first two things. Number one, refis aren't dead in my branch. Right, I'm a branch manager, one of the largest branches in the nation. We're still doing refis. We're just doing debt consolidation refinances, right? So we can explain more about that at another time. But also, here's the thing to keep in mind, guys, that with your past database, when we get referrals from them, it's not just for refinances, it's for purchases too, right? They have friend, family, and coworkers that are looking to buy, sell, or refinance, so it gives us opportunities to work on the purchase deals too. And if they're looking to sell a house, it gives us opportunity to refer a client to our favorite real estate agent. So past database, it's all about purchases, right? I don't want you to think it's just about refinance. It's a huge, enormous, very expensive mistake. So I'm going to give you a class on how to market your past database. Let me show you why you need to have this thing, right? So let's say, and we're just going to use an example here, whatever your numbers are, just use multiples of. Let's just say you got 500 people in your past database, right? And now another thing to keep in mind is we found when marketing to our past database that friends and family and like your wife or your husband's or your boyfriend's coworkers, they convert just as well as actual past closed loans. In other words, your friends that you go to church with or the soccer field or your family members or people that you know, when we put them into your database and market to them in a really cool way, right? And that's this program I'm going to give you. It does it in a very cool way that it's very, very effective, not just on your closed loans, but on your, what do they call it, their sphere of influence also. Very, very powerful, and it does it in a very cool way without being all weird and salesy or anything. All right, so let's say you got 500 people in your past database and or friends and family members. The numbers that we see over and over and over again, we've repeated this like multiple times, is a minimum of one closing per month per 100. In other words, if I've got 500 people, it's a minimum of 5 loans per month, closings strictly from them and their referrals, right? We've actually seen this number as high as about 2.7. A good friend of ours, Jay Zacey, had the 2.7 number. So almost 3. So that wouldn't be 5 closings for the month out of 500. It'd be like 12 or 13. So huge numbers. But let's underestimate this and do 500 loans, 5 loans per month, and let's just assume we're going to make $2,000 per closing. Some of you more, some of you less, but you get the idea. That would mean an extra 10 grand per month just from marketing to our past database. That's like 120 grand for the year. And as the old saying goes, every 120 grand helps, right? It helps. And we're going to show you how to do this. Here's the part that really shocked me. I thought, well, wait a minute. If I'm making 120 grand and it's with a past database of 500 people, that means that each person in my database equals, on average, $240. In other words, if I'm at my card game and I put everybody that's at my card game in my past database and market to them the same way I market to my past database, every time I add a name in there, it's $240 a year. You follow me? Because it happens again and again and again and again and again. Very, very, very powerful. So I'm going to give you the program. You go, all right, Carl, what's the catch? What we're going to do is, for anybody that tries the mortgage marketing animals this month, we're going to give you my complete course on how to market to your database. We're going to tell you and show you and give you examples of what to mail to them. We're going to give you examples of what to snail mail to them. We're going to show you how we do Facebook marketing, not to strangers that get garbage internet leads. This is running like Facebook and Instagram ads for like pennies, right? It's just like nothing. It's like $50 a month for a list of 500 would for sure do it. That you can run ads on Facebook, and the only people that see those ads are people in your past database, your friends and family members. No strangers, nobody else, only the people that are in your past database. Very, very cool. And then we're also going to show you how we make phone calls to them and how we call them without being all salesy and weird and everything, even if you've never, ever called them and they're like from 10 years ago. We'll show you what absolutely works. This is not theory. This is what we actually use in my branch, and we definitely see these same sorts of numbers. So I'm going to give that course to you just for trying the mortgage marketing animals. And after the first month, if you decide it's not a good fit for you, you go, hey, Carl, thanks, I appreciate it. I'm going to take all the risk on this. I'm going to refund you back 100% of your money, and you can keep the marketing to your past database course. Now, I got a little trick up my sleeve. I'm a little slide rascal. I'm betting that you'll get in there and hang out and enjoy it, and you'll find that this is like writing small checks to cash big checks, right? That's my bet. And I'm hedging on my bet, but if you decide it's not a good fit and you're the one that decides it, not me, we're not going to argue, we're not going to arm wrestle, we're not going to rebuttal. Our refund policy is yes, right? That's it. It's one word, yes. And so we'll give you 100% refund and you keep the course. Now, there's a button on this page. You can go ahead and cut me off here and click that button. And for the rest of you, I'm going to show you some of the other stuff that's inside the mortgage marketing animals that I think you're going to see how well this benefits. That not are we just marketing to our past database, how do we get even more loans in these very interesting times we find ourselves in. So let's go to the next page here. Now, inside the program, there's already pre-recorded modules in addition to the marketing to your past database, right? There's additional pre-recorded modules that are in there that'll teach you completely how to build a team, how to get more referral partners, how to get more loans from the loans that you're currently doing, how to get loans from the people that you've pre-approved and they're out looking. How do you get the people that's pre-approved and looking, how do you get them to stick with you while they're doing through the process? And how do you identify those sneaky little rate shoppers and some scripts on how to battle against that too, right? That's all in there. But here's the thing. It's one thing to like give you a whole bunch of stuff. Somebody's got to walk you through this stuff. That's exactly what we do is we want you to take like one of these each month. Like there's so much in there. We don't want you to get overwhelmed. So we want you to pick one thing each month. We're going to walk you through that one thing. And then if you do that, at the end of 12 months, right, the end of a year, you've done one thing a month. You've got 12 different loan-getting strategies that I believe can absolutely explode your business like to really, really impressive numbers. So we're going to be once a month. We're teaching classes on each of these modules on an ongoing basis. And we're going to help you pick out which one's best for you. So as soon as you register and get signed up by clicking the button that's on this page, what's going to happen is we're going to have one of our specialists here at the Mortgage Marketing Animals. They're going to give you a walkthrough of what's through the site, look to see what you're doing, and then they're going to make recommendations on where to start. Now, once you started with it, anytime you have any questions, number one, you can call the team at the office, or number two, every Tuesday, except if I'm on vacation or something, right? So I take time off and take vacations, right? But short of those times, every Tuesday, I'd be happy to help you, right? We do a live open Zoom. It's a Zoom meeting, open mic, and we do that every Tuesday at noon. We record those so you can go back and listen to them, or maybe while you're driving home, you can listen to questions that other people had, because somebody might ask a question that you or I might not have thought about. So I actually get some of my best stuff from those Tuesday classes, hearing what other people are doing. So open mic every Tuesday for an hour. Then the next thing we have is social media is a big deal, but here's the thing. It can be a colossal waste of time, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing the right strategies. And it's important that when you're getting instruction from somebody, I don't know, they've actually done it themselves, right? And so what we have is every Wednesday, we have Chelsea Gardner, who's our media specialist, social media specialist. She's the one that does my own personal social media marketing, right? Lady's good at it, right? And she only does it for loan officers. So it's man, it is dead on. It's really good stuff. So every Tuesday, if you have questions about the social media marketing modules that's in the training, we got your back. Tuesday, you can talk to her there. She'll actually, on the call live, help you set up your campaign step by step exactly what to do. Very, very clever. The next thing we have, man, this is one silver-tongued rascal right here. Steve Kiles. Look, I've been doing this for 2 decades. I have met like everybody that's in the influence area of mortgages. And really, really good, very, very cool, smart people. Nobody does scripting like Steve. Steve is absolutely amazing. Whatever situation you have, whether it's talking to borrowers, co-borrowers, getting more loans, you stub your toe, how do you fess up, how do you get more referral partners, how do you keep them from rate shopping? Man, we got you covered 3 ways to Sunday. That Steve does a live class on Thursdays where he does nothing but scripting, and then all of his scripting, again, is uploaded on the site where you can go watch it, well, like right now. Well, as soon as you click the button, right? You can go watch it right now. So in addition to getting the marketing to your past database module, right, you get his scripting too. And hey, let's be honest, you could go watch all the scripting, cancel, you still have all the information, right? We can't reach in your head and pull that out, right? So it's like when you buy it, it's yours forever, right? Very, very clever. I'm going to tell you right now, I never, ever go into a sale without knowing that I've got an unfair advantage in one way, fashion, or another. And I'm going to tell you right now, the scripting this cat has, it's an unfair advantage you need to have. Really, really great stuff. All right, the next one is Broker's Brunch. So again, we do this live. So look, some of you are watching this are mortgage bankers, some of you correspondent lenders. A good portion of you are mortgage brokers. And while some of the marketing is the same, running of the business is different, right? It just is. And so we got you covered. That we have Brady Webb and Tony Taylor, and also hosted by Tammy Schneider. These two cats are brokers, very, very, very successful, very high-producing brokers. And on a monthly basis, we have a live class with them. And whether you're thinking about being a broker or whether you're already a broker, they'll walk you through the exact steps that they did to be two of the top brokers in the nation, working independent companies. And you can ask them any question you want. Boy, you talk about avoiding the landmines. I listen in on this. Man, there's some really, really, really good stuff on there. So you want to make sure you do that. So that's just for our brokers. The next thing we have is a class that we do monthly. And again, this is called Rolling with the Dolans. And this is with Andrea and Paul Dolan. And what they do is when you have technical questions, like I'm trying to set up my CRM or I'm trying to do some texting, or how do I get this automatic email thing going out? Tools are very powerful, but if you don't know how to use them, it's like handing a bazooka to a 2-year-old, right? It's not gonna turn out so well. You got to have the instruction manual, and they'll help you do it. And while they're live on the class, they'll help you set up yours. So great people, really super cool stuff on setting up the technical stuff. All right, the next one is the Thursday classes. And on some of the Thursdays, it's Steve Scripps. On some of the Thursdays, it's Chelsea with social media marketing. On the opposite Thursdays, it's Tammy Schneider. What Tammy does, something very clever, is she takes these same classes, the one that you now have access to, well, when you click the button, right, that you have access to, she interviews other loan officers, other branch managers, people just like you, that took the same classes, implemented them, is getting results, and they're going to walk you through how they got them accomplished, like the challenges they did, how they overcame it, the little speed bumps, and the great victories, walking you through exactly how to do it. So, look, you don't have to learn from your mistakes, learn from others, and trust me, we've made them. Anything you're looking to do, somebody in the group is already doing successfully. And so Tammy interviews the top students, exactly what they're doing, nothing left behind. You can totally ask them any question you want. They'll openly share exactly what they're doing. Very, very powerful. Now, something else that's in here, not that you needed something else, but here's another way that we move you to the front of the line, is every Monday at 2 o'clock, and again, all these classes are recorded, so you can go watch past ones, and if you're busy, if you're implementing some of the strategies and you're actually closing a loan, you go watch the recording later, right? But every Monday, Mike Cardacia and Erica Homefield, they're fantastic high-level coaches, and every Monday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, they hold what's called office hours. And on office hours, that's a chance for you to ask any question about anything that you want. And I'm going to tell you right now, these cats know who's doing exactly what you're looking to do, and they'll pair you up with them so if you have any questions. So they interview people. It's an open mic Q&A, and it's a time to make introductions. I'm going to tell you right now, you are who you hang out with, and if you're not hanging out with these two cats on every Monday at 2 o'clock, man, you are missing out. So as you can see, and actually that was just a very small partial list, there's any number of classes that we do in addition to all the pre-recorded modules. So it's a lot, but here's the thing. We're going to have you talk to Nikki as soon as you click the button, as soon as you get registered. Nikki's going to find out what are you working on right now, what do you got going on, what level is your business at, and she's going to map you through exactly what to do next. It doesn't stop there because we're going to be checking in on you, seeing how things are going. You're also going to have access to our Facebook group. A lot of cool stuff going on in there. And that's one safe place that you can go, that you can ask questions. You don't have to worry about anybody saying, well, you should have known that, or that's a stupid question, or how could you possibly not know that, right? It's totally uncool to do that kind of stuff. And I promise you, you won't get that in this group. So in this group, you can ask any question that you want. You'll never get ridiculed or anything like that whatsoever. And you'll get answers from other top producing loan officers that I personally have vetted. So you don't have to worry about, well, somebody gives you an answer, how do you know if they're doing anything? We know. Right? We look up their production. So it's a very friendly group where you can get real answers. Here's the other thing. You can go in there and what we call spike the ball. Like when you have your best month ever, maybe you make your first $50,000 month or your first $100,000 W-2 income month. You want to go tell somebody, right? You can't go, to your friends that work at Sears or that work at Home Depot and say, dude, I made my first 100K this month, right? It'd be totally weird, right? So you need a safe place where you can go in there, other like-minded people that are high level that will help you get up to that level and share your victory when you do. So that's it. So click on the button, complete risk-free. I take all the risk. As soon as you get registered, Nikki's going to walk you through. You're going to get the marketing to your past database because that's some real quick, easy money, easy phone calls, easy script, like super easy, no technology. It's just like real simple stuff. So you're going to get all that. And again, at the end of the 30 days, not happy, no reason, any reason, you're the one that decides. Refund policy is yes, right? We're going to give you a complete refund, and you get to keep everything that you've had up to that point, right? Because it's in your head, you got it. So I think that's it. So take action, move to the front of the line. It's a serious time right now, and we want to help you weather these waters that we're in now. Some of you going through it for the first time. Some of you remember what this was like back 10 years ago. You want to be on the front edge of it, I promise you. So my name's Carl White. Looking forward to seeing you when you click the button. I'll see you on the inside. Don't miss out. Get started right now.